Qualcomm could give Samsung preferential treatment for its Snapdragon SoCs by lowering prices by 16 as it views Exynos as a greater threat. The Exynos 2700 is already being positioned to replace a great deal of Snapdragon chipsets next year, as a previous report stated that Samsung plans on adopting it in 50% of Galaxy S27 shipments, a major increase from the Exynos 2600's 25% share. Given that the Korean giant is Qualcomm's biggest customer and its handset business is already suffering due to soaring gen costs, the last thing it needs is the Exynos line denting its business further. This could be why the latest rumor claims the San Diego firm might fold from its usual business practices of heavily profiting from premium chipset prices by offering Samsung a sizable discount. Looking at the current memory crisis, which has also forced Samsung to switch OLED panel suppliers from its own division to BO for the base Galaxy S27 at a lower price, Qualcomm's rumored offer might be too good to ignore. Fresh details claim Qualcomm may give Samsung a 16% discount compared to standard Snapdragon prices, making it cheaper than the Exynos 2700. Moving to TSMC's 2nm process for the first time could mean the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Pro is priced beyond the $300 ceiling, forcing Qualcomm's smartphone partners to make all sorts of compromises in the hardware specifications to maintain their profits. Fortunately for Samsung, being Qualcomm's largest chipset customer has its perks, and according to Phone Futurist, the partnership could be extended with some attractive discounts. While the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Pro and Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 aren't specifically mentioned in the post below, the rumor claims a 16% discount may be offered to Samsung for standard agreements, making the reduction 12% cheaper than the Exynos 2700. Seeing as how Samsung is already finding ways to keep its Galaxy S27 prices stable, it may find this deal so enticing that it blocks Exynos adoption. We've reported that the Exynos 2700 could do more than just give Qualcomm and TSMC a headache, but Samsung has yet to stabilize its 2nm yields, meaning that its upcoming SoC will continue to fetch higher production costs, making the cheaper Snapdragon range a viable option. Even though we recommend readers treat this rumor with a pinch of salt, companies like Samsung will always prioritize profits over their personal goals of wanting their in-house silicon to be widely adopted. However, if Samsung agrees to Qualcomm's new terms, it could threaten the Korean firm's foundry business, as switching to a Snapdragon would indicate that the second-generation 2nm GaN node is inferior to TSMC's 2nm and 2P. We'll wait for more updates, but it's important to remember that there may be some truth to these claims, as Qualcomm and Samsung will protect their interests.